Poetry by Rumi. A children's game. Listen to the poet Sanai, who lives secluded. Don't wander out on the road in your ecstasy. Sleep in the tavern. When a drunk strays out to the street, children make fun of him. He falls down in the mud. He takes any and every road. The children follow, not knowing the taste of wine or how his drunkenness feels. All people on the planet are children, except for a very few. No one is grown up except those free of desire. God said, "The world is a play, a children's game, and you are the children." God speaks the truth. If you haven't left the child's play, how can you be an adult? Without purity of spirit, if you're still in the middle of lust and greed and other wantings, you're like children playing at sexual intercourse. They wrestle and rub together, but it's not sex. The same with the fightings of mankind. It's a squabble with play swords. No purpose, totally futile. Like kids on hobby horses, soldiers claim to be riding Barak, Muhammad's night horse, or Doldol, his mule. Your actions mean nothing, the sex and war that you do. You're holding part of your pants and prancing around. Dun-da-dun, dun-da-dun. Don't wait till you die to see this. Recognize that your imagination and your thinking and your sense perception are reed canes that children cut and pretend are horses. The knowing of mystic lovers is different. The empirical, sensory sciences are like a donkey loaded with books, or like the makeup, woman's makeup. It washes off. But if you lift the baggage rightly, it will give joy. Don't carry your knowledge load for some selfish reason. Deny your desires and willfulness, and a real mount may appear under you. Don't be satisfied with the name of hue, with just words about it. Experience that breathing. From books and words come fantasy, and sometimes from fantasy comes union. Gone, inner and outer, no moon, no ground or sky. Don't hand me another glass of wine. Pour it in my mouth. I've lost the way to my mouth. The wine we really drink is our own blood. Our bodies ferment in these barrels. We give everything for a glass of this. We give our minds for a sip. The many wines. God has given us dark wine so potent that, drinking it, we leave the two worlds. God has put into the form of hashish a power to deliver the taster from consciousness. God has made sleep so that it erases every thought. God made Majnun love Layla so much that just her dog would cause confusion in him. There are thousands of wines that can take over our minds. Don't think all ecstasies are the same. Jesus was lost in his love for God. His donkey was drunk with barley. Drink from the presence of saints, not from those other jars. Every object, every being, is a jar full of delight. Be a connoisseur and taste with caution. Any wine will get you high. Judge like a king, and choose the purest, the ones unadulterated with fear, or some urgency about what's needed. Drink the wine that moves you as a camel moves when it's been untied and is just ambling about. Special plates. Notice how each particle moves. Notice how everyone has just arrived here from a journey. Notice how each wants a different food. Notice how the stars vanish as the sun comes up, and how all streams stream toward the ocean. Look at the chefs preparing special plates for everyone, according to what they need. Look at this cup that can hold the ocean. Look at those who see the face. Look through Sham's eyes, into the water that is entirely jewels. Burnt Kebab. Last year I admired wines. This, I'm wandering inside the red world. Last year I gazed at the fire. This year I'm burnt kebab. Thirst drove me down to the water where I drank the moon's reflection. Now I am a lion staring totally lost in love with the thing itself. Don't ask questions about longing. Look in my face. Soul drunk, body ruined. These two sit helpless in a wrecked wagon. Neither knows how to fix it. And my heart, I'd say it was more like a donkey sunk in a mud hole, struggling and miring deep. But listen to me, for one moment. Quit being sad. Hear blessings dropping their blossoms around you. God. The new rule. It's the old rule that drunks have to argue and get into fights. The lover is just as bad. He falls into a hole. But down in that hole he finds something shining, worth more than any amount of money or power. Last night the moon came dropping its clothes in the street. I took it as a sign to start singing, falling up into the bowl of sky. The bowl breaks. Everywhere is falling everywhere. Nothing else to do. Here's the new rule. Break the wine glass and fall toward the glass blower's breath. This that is tormented and very tired, tortured with restraints like a madman, this heart. Still you keep breaking the shell to get the taste of its kernel.